Hello everyone, myself Priyavrat and welcome to the Helpful Techniques. So this is the third video regarding the Infosys preparation. So in this video we'll be discussing about the Infosys Reasoning MCQ Questions and Answers 2021. So before discussing further, if you are new to our YouTube channel, then please subscribe so that you'll be able to get the timely updates regarding latest off-campus and the interview preparation videos like this. And also you can join our official Telegram channel latest off campus for you. So there you will be getting the updates regarding latest off campus like Amazon, Zoho, Cognizant, Microsoft, CGI, etc. And we'll be getting the update regarding the preparation videos, etc. So previously we uploaded two videos regarding the Infosys solve aptitude questions and answers, and the second last video was the Infosys pseudocode MCQ questions and answers 2021. So I'll be putting the link of this playlist in the description of this video so that you will be able to know about the syllabus and the frequently asked aptitude and the pseudocode MCQ questions and answers. So one by one we'll be uploading the videos into this playlist. Keep the link of this playlist so that you will be able to know about the written test as well as the technical HR interview videos, etc. Because if you see here, we have made this playlist for this written test, technical and the HR interview for this Infosys off campus and the on campus drive 2021. So before discussing further, I would like to tell you about the total number of questions and the time you will be getting for this off campus or for this particular section. So the total number of questions will be 10 to 15 questions. So mostly 15 questions will be there, and the time allocated will be 25 minutes for 15 questions. So there is no negative marking. And also for the pseudocode round and the aptitude round also there is no negative marking. And let me tell you one thing, for the reasoning round the questions will be lengthy. So here if you see carefully, here we have just written the questions very straightforward so that it will not be taking our time. So but for this Infosys off campus, in the written test the reasoning questions will be more lengthier, so you need to have patience, and if you are stuck at a certain point, try to read the question again, and if you are not able to solve the question, jump to the next question, because there is no negative marking. So don't waste your time at a single question, because your time will be wasted and you will not be able to solve the other questions. So that's why I am requesting all of you, please don't waste your time. Yeah, one more thing, the sectional cutoff will be 70 to 80%. That means there is overall cutoff. That means for that Capgemini, if you are stuck at a certain point or if you are not able to crack the pseudocode round, then they will not promote you to the next round. But here there will be overall cutoff. But if you want to crack this off campus, you must you must have to score minimum percentage or minimum mark, so that your overall percentage will be more. Because if suppose in the aptitude round I am scoring only 20 to 30 percentage, then in the pseudocode or the reasoning round it is not possible for me to score more, because if the question is hard, you may not be able to solve the 100% questions. So try to solve as much as possible. So now let's discuss one by one. And as we discussed earlier in our previous videos, if you want to solve these questions by yourself, pause this video and you can read out the question and try to solve. If you are not able to solve the question properly, then only follow the solution, because it's a very good practice. You will be able to understand the question and it is a very good practice. So that's why I would suggest all of you, please try to solve these questions by yourself. So now let's discuss about the first question. So it's a seating arrangement question. So it's a very easy question, but it is a little bit lengthier. So now let's read. Study the following information carefully to answer the question. Lakshman, Madan, Naresh, Prakash and एक second. Yeah. So Lakshman, Madan, Naresh, Prakash and Dhananjay Dhananjay, Rohit and Sandhya are sitting in a circle and playing the cards. So this is sitting arrangement. So let's make the diagram first so that it will be easy for you to understand. So 7 people are sitting here. So suppose this is the center and they are facing to the center only because they are playing cards. So 4 people, then 6 people, and suppose the 7th people is here, or you can say uh, let's keep it like this. Yeah, suppose the 7th person is here. So now Lakshman, Madan and Naresh, yeah, Naresh, who is neighbor of the Prakash, is not neighbor of the Rohit. So whenever you are solving the sitting arrangement problem, try to check the option, or you can say the information which is providing the correct answer, or you can say correct information about the sitting arrangement. So here it is not providing us a correct information to start with. So Lakshman is sitting to the next right of the Sandhya. Yeah, it is providing us the correct option, or you can say clue. And Dhananjay is second left to the Rohit. So these two things are providing us the correct option because they are telling us what is the particular position. So suppose here it is saying like Rohit is sitting not between this, and this. So in this type of option, we will not be able to approach, or you can say will not be able to get the specific solution. So here the two things, for these two things we can use to solve this question. It will be more time saving. So now let's one more, Naresh. Yeah, Naresh is second to the left of the Sandhya, who is neighbor of the Madan. So these are the 4 informations we have. So now let's arrange them. So first of all, here Dhananjay is the second left to the Rohit. So suppose this is Rohit, and second left, this is the anti-clockwise direction is the right side, because here if he is sitting, then right side of him will be this side and left side will be this one. So Dhananjay is second left to the Rohit. So this is the first left, then this is the second left. So this is the Dhananjay. So this part is gone. Then Lakshman is sitting to the second right of the Sandhya. So we do not know about what is the position of Sandhya, you can say. So now let keep it, later we'll be discussing this part. So now Naresh, who is neighbor of the Paresh, is not neighbor of Rohit. Okay, so here it is saying Naresh is not neighbor of Rohit. So suppose here in between them Paresh is there. Suppose Naresh is the neighbor of Paresh, but it is Naresh is not neighbor of Rohit. So suppose here I am placing Naresh, because here if you see, Naresh is neighbor of Paresh, but Naresh is not neighbor of Rohit. So it's correct. Then, so this part is gone here. Then Naresh is second left to the Sandhya. So left side, that means this direction, Sandhya second left. So this is this one. So definitely Sandhya will be in between this one. Naresh is the second left. So this is the second left, this is the first left. So here Sandhya will be there. Sandhya first one, second one. So second left is the Naresh. So it is done. So now this one, yeah, who is neighbor of Madan? So here it is saying Naresh is the second left of Sandhya, but who is neighbor of the Madan? So that means Sandhya is the neighbor of Madan. So here Madan is there. So three things are gone. Last remaining one thing is there. Lakshman is sitting to the second right of Sandhya. So Sandhya is here and Lakshman is the second right. So this is the right direction, anti-clockwise right direction here. So here Lakshman will be there. So we have placed everyone. So now let's move to the question. So which one of the following is true? So according to the, let me remove other unnecessary stuffs here. Okay. So which of the following is true? So we know the solution C. So let's check whether the option C is correct or not. So Dhananjay, who is neighbor of Sandhya. So where is Dhananjay? Dhananjay is here. Who is neighbor of Sandhya? And Lakshman. So where is Lakshman? this one. So Dhananjay is in between Sandhya and Laxman. So this option is correct. You can check other options. So to save our time, when I am moving to the next question. So I hope you all are able to understand how I solved the problem. Yeah, you may not be able to understand because there are many options are there. So while placing these people, I was not able to, you can say, explain more specifically. But if you want to understand this problem, you can go back to 20-30 seconds back. You can again watch this part. So now let's move to the next question. According to the above question, who is sitting between Prakash and Madan? So where is Prakash? This one is Prakash and Madan. So this one is the Naresh. So Naresh will be sitting in between Prakash and Madan. The option C is correct. So according to the above question, who is sitting between to the third left of Laxman? So where is Laxman? Laxman is here. Third left. So this is the first left, second left, and third left. So third left is the Madan. So there will be totally 5 to 6 questions will be based upon the sitting arrangement. So here we have taken 3 questions because same time once you have done the sitting arrangement, you will be able to solve the other questions. Just for once only you have to do the sitting arrangement. For the other parts or the other questions, you will be able to solve. It will be at the very beginning, it will be little bit more time consuming. Once you have done with the sitting arrangement, other 4 questions will be able to solve like within 5 seconds or the 6 seconds. So guys, I am requesting all of you to please check the sitting arrangement properly. Then only you will be able to solve the 5 questions. If you are doing anything wrong, then your next 3 to 4 questions will be totally wrong. So I am requesting all of you, please cross check the sitting arrangement and see whether it is correct or not as per the conditions here. And one more thing, you have to do the right approach. So now let's move to the 4th question. Yeah. Okay. So according to the according is not there. What is the 8th term in the series 1, 4, 9, 18, 35 and 68? Sorry. If you see here carefully, 1, how can we write this one? 2 to the power 0 equal to 1. Something to the power 0 equal to 1. Then 4 equal to 2 to the power 2 plus 0 equal to 4. Okay. So what is 9? We can write like 2 to the power 3 plus 1 equal to 9. The third term will be then 18. So how can we write 18? 2 to the power 4 plus 2 equal to 18. So like this, 35 we can write 32 plus 3. That means 2 to the power 3 plus 2 to the power 5 plus 3. So like this we can write 35. Then what will be the 7th term? 2 to the power 7 plus 5, because 1 by 1 will be we are increasing here 1 by 1. Then 133 will be. Then the 8th term will be 2 to the power 8 plus 6. So what will be the 8th term? 2 to the power 8 plus 6, it will be 262. So it's a very easy question. Thus just you need to have a calculation knowledge, then you will be able to solve this. Then A plus B means A is the brother of B. Then A minus B means A is the sister of B. And A cross B means A is the father of B. Which of the following means that C is the son of B? So here we can write like this. So here, sorry. So here A plus B. According to the blood relation, we write like this if they are brother and sister. So A plus B, here we are mentioning gender A plus. So A is the brother, that means he is a man. So that's why plus, and for B it is minus. So A minus B means A is the sister of B. So A minus B equal to, this one is the plus, this is the minus. So A minus B will be sister, minus and plus, reverse one. Okay, so A cross B means A is the father of B. A is the father of B. Okay, so we know the gender of A, we do not know the gender of B. So which of the following means that C is the son of B? M, sorry. That means M is the father. So now let's solve. So as we all know that M cross N, cross something is the, that means M is the father of N, then N minus C. So here if you see carefully, A minus B equal to A is the sister of B. So here N minus C will be N is the sister of C. So then as per this question D or D option, then N cross C plus C, C plus F. So C plus F is the, that C is the brother of F. So as per this, hence the M is the father of C or C is the son of M. So this is the correct option. It's a easy question. You just need to know about the blood relation, then you'll be able to solve this question. Okay. So now let's move to the next question. A travels 35 km towards the west, takes a right turn and travels 50 km more. Next, she takes another right turn and travels 35 kilometers in that direction. So how far she is from her original position? So this is a direction problem. So suppose, as we all know that this one is the east, west, north, south. Okay. So here suppose C is here right now, then she travels 35 kilometer towards the west. So here this is the west, that means she needs to travel here 35 kilometer she needs to travel. Then she takes right. So what is the right direction? This one will be right direction. She takes and travels 50 kilometers. 50 kilometers she need to travel here 50. Okay, she traveled. Then next she takes another right turn. So again right, her right direction will be this one, and travels 50 kilometers more. Okay, so this is the 35 kilometer here, that means you need to move forward, sorry, 35 kilometers she moves. Okay, so 35 kilometers she moves. Then how far she is from her original position? So this is the original position, that means we are doing a square rectangular shape one, that means this is the 50 kilometers she has already gone, so that this will be the 50 kilometers. So it's a easy question. Sometimes we'll be getting a diagonal kind of thing or any other kind of thing. If you are getting this kind of thing, then it will be more time saving, you can say. So I hope you all are able to understand this question. So now let's move to the next question. If the first and the second letter in the word telephones we are changed, also the third and fourth letter, fifth and sixth, and so on. So which letter would be the seventh letter if we continue from your left? Okay, from the left, which one will be the seventh letter or seventh alphabet? Okay, so here we have telephone. Okay, so here telephone is there, so it's 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So totally there are 9 telephones. Okay, so there are 10 you can say there are 10 alphabets here, telephones. So I would suggest all of you to, you can put inside a rectangular and just make like this, means array kind of thing you need to put, so that you will not get confused here. So first of all you need to interchange the first and second, that means et will be there. So like this, other parts will be remain same, then first two, then third and fourth. So te. Okay, so TELE. So next time EL will be there. So like this, then again 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, PHP, and then 7 8 again NO, then SE. So this will be the final you can say letter once we are doing the interchange up to 10th letter. So what will the seventh position? So at the seventh position 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So at the seventh position N is there. So simply we can write N is the at the seventh position. So it's a easy question. I will not repeat this one again. I hope you all are able to understand this one. Sorry. The correct option or the answer will be N here. So now let's move to the next question. So all dogs are the fish, no cat is fish. Statement 1. Then statements, this is the conclusion you can say. Sorry, I have written statement here. It will be the conclusion. Okay. This one will be the conclusion. So here A equal to no cat. Okay, so let's do the Venn diagram here. All dogs are fish. Okay, if it is the dog, then all dogs are fish. So this will be the F, fish, because it's a subset. D is the subset of F here as per the question. No cat is fish. So suppose this is the cat. So as per the solution, let's read the conclusion. No cat is a dog. Obviously, because it does not belong to the cat does not belong to fish. So that's why this is the whole part, or you can say D belongs to the F set. That means C is not a part of F. That means C has no connection with D. It's correct. Conclusion 1. Some fish are the dogs. So here if you see some fish are dog. Yeah, it's correct. Because here if you see as per the Venn diagram, suppose A has the element 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Okay, if B is a subset of A and it has elements of 2, 4 and 5, then element of B, some of the elements of A belong to the elements of B. If you see carefully here, 2 belong to 2 and 4 belong to 4 and 5 belong to 5. That means some of the elements in the B belong to some of the elements in A belong to B. That means you can say as it B belong to A, that means here D belong to F. So that means some of the fish or F set belong to D set. It's true. That means which of the following option will be true? Both conclusions follow. It is following both the conclusions. So I hope you all are able to understand this one. It was an easy question, you can say. Few questions will be easy, few questions will be difficult. So try to score more in case of the easy questions. So 3 friends went to a restaurant and found some piece of cakes in front of them. Santi took 1/4 of them. That means remaining part is the 1/3 and returned 3. Rima took 1/2 of them and returned 1. John took 1/7 of them and returned none. What is the initial number of piece of cake if there were 6 at the end? So let consider that initially there were x number of cakes. So the number of piece of the cakes left one Santi after Santi took 1/3 of the 1/4 of the cake. What is the remaining part? 3x by 4 plus 3, because Santi returned 3 cakes. So the number of piece of cake left after the Rima. So here if you see carefully, what is the remaining part of the cakes where after Santi has taken 3x by 4. Then this is the remaining cakes. Then here Rima again took 1/2 or 1/2 part. So we need to calculate 1/2 from this part, not from the whole x. The 1/2 of this question will be of this part will be this one into 1/2, and she is returning 1 cake here. So that means this is the remaining cake, or this is the total number of cake left once Rima has taken 1/2 part. So number of piece of cake left after John has taken 1/4. Sorry, what is the John piece of cake? There was, okay, John took 1/7. Okay, so that means 1/7. That means 6/7 part will be left here. So like this, if you solve at the end, what will be the total equal amount of cakes are there? 6. Total number of 6 amounts of cakes are there. That means 3/4 into 1/2 into this one equal to 6. So after solving, we'll be getting x equal to 16. So every time we need to calculate the part from the remaining parts, not from the full part. So now let's move to the next question. So if Rose is coded at 6821, okay, this is the coding and decoding part. Okay, Rose is written 6, 8, 2 1. Chair is written. Okay, so chair is written or coded as 73456 here. Then preach is written PREACH. Okay, is written or coded as 961473. Okay, so what will be the code for this search? Okay, so where is s equal to 2, okay, e equal to 1, and a equal to, what is the value of a here? 4, 214 here. Okay, so this will be the correct answer because 214 is only here, so B will be the correct option. So this is the correct option, B. So I hope you all are able to understand this one. No need to repeat this one again. So now let's move to the next question. What comes next in the series? 14, 3.4, 0.087. It's a easy question. We are dividing by 4. 14 divided by 4 equal to 3.5. 3.5 divided by 4 equal to 0.875. 0.875 divided by 4. This much, that much will be getting. The correct option will be A, 0.21875. We need to do a little bit calculation here. Otherwise, nothing is there. So now let's move to the next question. What is the group? Okay, so here in a group of persons traveling in a bus, 6 persons can speak Tamil, 15 people can speak Hindi, and 6 people can speak Gujarati. Okay, in that group, no one can speak any of the other language. If 2 person can in the group can speak 2 languages and 1 person can speak all the 3 languages, then how many people are there in that group? It's a easy question. You need to note down this question so that whenever we are discussing the solution, you'll be able to understand this one because you are scrolling down. So let me explain it to you. So now let's assume that 2 persons who can speak 2 languages speak Hindi and Tamil. We need to do the assumption. You can assume other languages as well, no issues. Then the third person can speak all the 3 languages. Tamil equal to number of persons who can speak 6. That means only Tamil people equal to 6 equal to 2 minus 1. That means 3 people can tell Tamil. Then Hindi, for Hindi equal to 15 minus 2 minus 1. That means 12 people. Then Gujarati, for Gujarati will be 6 minus 1 equal to 5. So the total number of people who can speak only one language will be 3 plus 12 plus 5. Here we got 3. That means only 3 people can speak only Tamil, and 12 people can speak only Hindi, and 5 people can speak only Gujarati. So total number of people will be 20. Then the number of persons who can speak 2 languages is equal to 2 as it is given in the question, and the number of people who can speak only one language equal to 1. So the total number of persons in that bus equal to 20 plus 2 plus 1 equal to 23. So the correct option will be D. So this is all about this question. So I hope you all are able to understand the 11 questions as we discussed here. So totally there will be 15 questions, same kind of questions will be there. So I have not discussed the same categories questions again and again. So we have discussed one from each section. That means the coding decoding for one question, for coding decoding, for broad relation one question, and direction problem one question. So like this we have discussed. So totally there will be 15 questions. Sorry. If you have any doubts regarding this video, you can comment your doubts in the comment section below. Definitely we'll try to help you as soon as possible. So thank you for watching and all the best for the interview.